Hey, this is Amy Scott Grant, the spiritual ass kicker, and we're talking about grounding again. Of course, grounding just means connecting to earth energy so you can be calm, stable, and good to go. Right? So here's a list that I came up with. This is not a comprehensive list, but it's pretty damn long. So here's a list of situations that could come up in life that will most likely cause you to become ungrounded. Okay. And it's funny because I swear when you're ungrounded, you're like, I don't know what's wrong with me today, right? Anybody else could spot it a mile away. But for some reason, if you're ungrounded, you seem to be the last to know. It's kind of like a little prank played on you by the universe. So, haha, universe, good one. Anyway, here's some things that are likely to cause you to get ungrounded. Preparing for a job interview, meeting your future in-laws, going on a first date, making a significant investment or a big purchase, shopping, buying a car. By the way, if it looks like I'm reading, I totally am. I have this list posted on my blog at amyscottgrant.com. Go check it out. Buying a house, making any huge purchase, right? Flying in an airplane, having sex, believe it or not, cause people to become ungrounded. Even really good sex too. Starting a new job, meeting a new client for the first time, making a sales call, starting a new eating plan or fitness plan or exercise, public speaking, having a difficult conversation. Do you know, once when I worked in corporate America, I had to have a conversation with one of my employees because she was stinky. That was not a fun conversation, right? For either of us, I'm sure. And I really was stressed out about how to have this conversation. And so I went to HR, which surprisingly was super helpful. And they gave me some really great advice, which was basically just, you know what? Just be kind and imagine, this is a problem. You have to deal with it. That's your job, but you're also a person. She's a person. So be kind and talk with her the same way you would treat one of your friends if this was an issue. So, and that, just hearing that from them helped me to ground and be like, okay, I could do this, right? So if you have to have a difficult conversation with somebody, it might not be anything like that. You might need to ask them about money they owe you, or you might need to break up with someone, or tell them you might have to back out of a commitment, or I don't know. But if you have to have any kind of difficult conversation, I promise you're going to get through it a lot better if you ground first, okay? Breaking a commitment, breaking up with someone. See, I sort of already know what's on this list because I wrote it. Having a baby, adopting a child, becoming a parent for the first time, or even the second or the sixth time. A lot of people have anxiety about becoming a parent. I know I did before, when I had my first one. And then you get to your third, you think you know what you're doing, and then they come along and they're like, I'm going to be totally different than your other kids. And you're like, what did I do? No, I love my children. They're awesome. Interviewing someone or being interviewed, being on the radio or on TV, writing a book, launching a product for the first time, starting a new business. Lots of people would get ungrounded for any of these. Being in a fender bender or some type of car accident. And other side of business, I just added that one. See, that's why it sort of doesn't flow in the list, but you needed to know it, so it was important. Closing a business or selling a business, receiving bad news or getting a bad review, like maybe on Amazon or on, something creative that you've put out and somebody doesn't like it or criticizes it. That can really cause you to become ungrounded. Any type of performance, right? If you have to get up on stage, or there's other types of performance that could cause you to become ungrounded. Trying out a new look or changing your hairstyle. That can be kind of stressful because you don't know how, what people are going to respond to. Here we go. Trying out a new look or changing your hairstyle because you don't know how people are going to respond to that, right? Talking to a person that has a strong personality. I'm laughing because people sometimes tell me that they're very intimidated to meet me, or after they get to know me, they tell me they were intimidated when they first met me. And that just cracks me up every time because I'm like, me? I'm just like, why would you be intimidated by me? Like, what you see is what you get. This is how I talk all the time. This is how I look most of the time. Like, really, I don't understand what's intimidating. But I do know that I have a strong personality, and that can be a little like make people a little bit nervous sometimes until they see that I'm like totally fine, right? But until then, yeah, you could be ungrounded. So if you have to talk to someone that has a really strong personality, that might make you a little ungrounded at first. Likewise, talking to someone who is negative, toxic, or any kind of energetic drain, that can really cause you to be stressed or become ungrounded. Maybe if you have to talk to your boss or your neighbor that you don't like, or if it's a difficult conversation with your neighbor. Asking for help causes some people to become ungrounded. Traveling alone, traveling with kids, for crying out loud. Love my kids, yeah. Visiting a city for the first time, especially if maybe they speak a different language than your native language. Learning or playing a new sport, taking lessons, doing something you haven't done in a long time, giving lessons, teaching someone how to do something, trying anything new. Or you know what? This is not on the list, but I'm thinking there's another time that sometimes people become ungrounded. When you have recommended something to someone else and then they take you up on your recommendation, that can really cause some people to be ungrounded, right? It's like, oh, hey, we're going to try that new restaurant you told us about. Really? Okay. I hope it's good. I hope that wasn't a fluke, right? You might be ungrounded by that. Trying anything new could cause you to become ungrounded. Being on Facebook or any type of social media, driving in traffic, driving in an unfamiliar area. So as you can see, this is in no way a comprehensive list, but hopefully it will give you an idea of all the ways that you could become ungrounded. It's basically any time you're not feeling calm and centered and comfortable, okay? Which is, if you're out there in the world doing stuff, it's going to be a significant part of your life to be uncomfortable. So God willing, I hope you're uncomfortable. I hope you're not like, sitting around on the sofa like eating chips and watching me and being like, yeah, okay. I hope you're out there doing crazy stuff, right? And exploring, getting the most you can out of life. So the more that you ground, the more smoothly you're going to be able to handle all of it, and the more enriched your life is going to be. All right, this is Amy Scott Grant, and I will see you next time.